We are back with some state of JavaScript, and slowly we're making our way through it. I like these link hover animations. Front-end frameworks, let's see. Rankings, satisfaction, interest, usage, awareness. So in terms of satisfaction, we see the evolution of React, Vue, Angular, Ember is at the bottom of the list. Angular is second worst. Vue was at the top of 2018, and then it got underneath React, and it stays underneath React. And then React is pretty high up here. Svelte, and then we have Solid. What is Solid? Solid.js. Reactive JavaScript library. Simple performance reactivity for building user interfaces. Familiar and modern. We have a set interval. So what is it doing here? Wait. No. What? I can't move it. Import render, import on cleanup, create signal, counting component, create signal 0, count set. This looks like React. Then we have a set count. Then we have an on cleanup, clear interval, return div count value. Wait, this. And then we render, which is imported from Solid also. Render counting component on document get element ID up. And this is TSX. Okay, TSX. These look like React. Solid stands on the shoulders of giants, particularly React and Knockout. If you've developed with React hooks before, Solid should seem very natural. In fact, more natural, as Solid's model is much simpler with no hook rules. Every component executes once, and it is the hooks and bindings that execute many times as the dependencies update. Performance focused. There is something called Inferno. Alright. So if we go to the getting started, learn Solid function, my component, return div, my component. Let's give it a small try, man. Let's go into the playground. Let's do npm digit solid templates JS solid test. Then we do cd solid. We do npm install. Let's take a look at the. Oh, it's using Vite. That's very nice. Let's stop the server, which I have an extension that automatically starts a Vite server. Let's see, now we have package.json, which has Vite plugin solid, and then solid.js. And in the, it looks very familiar. Index.jsx, we have a render. We import a render. We import index CSS, we import our app, and we do render app document get element by ID. This looks like React. And then we have our index CSS with something which we don't care about. We have our app with logo, styles, and a function which is exported, and the function returns some JSX, some HTML basically, kind of. I don't see any difference between this and React. App module, app logo header. This is just CSS, and here we import this. We have a styles object, and let's put this side to side. Bottom here, we have styles app, styles header, styles link, styles logo, and let's go now back here. Learn solid function my component name solid. This is a prop, sure. Then we have const. We have a create signal thing. Components are lightweight and in that they are not stateful themselves and have no instances. They serve as factory functions for DOM elements and reactive primitives. Solid fine-grained reactivity is built on 3 simple primitives: signals, memos, and effects. Together they form an auto-tracking synchronization engine that ensures your view stays up to date. So we do create signal, JSON, first, set last, born, create effect, console log first, last. So if these guys change, I guess this triggers, right? Think solid, React declarative data, vanishing components. Read-write segregation, simple is better than easy. Web components, server rendering. Solid has a dynamic server-side rendering solution that enables a truly isomorphic development experience. I don't know what this means. Isomorphic, I imagine this means that coding things for the server and the client is identical. Through the use of our resource primitive, async data requests are easy to make and, more importantly, automatically serialize and synchronize between client and browser. Wait, I thought the client and the browser were the same thing. Since Solid supports asynchronous and stream rendering on the server, you get to write your code one way and have it execute on the server. It's like JSX, don't mind doing actual work to grab expressions, blah blah blah. You can run them straight from the browser using Skypack. What is this? Body script import. I can import this from Skypack. I see. I see. And then I can just importing these things. I'm importing HTML, and this thing does. I see. It's this template syntax. I see. This is very interesting. So I'm gonna make a note of this. Let's go. Well, let's actually see how this looks with pnpm run dev, yes. pnpm run dev. In the localhost, it looks like this. It has this animated thing. Nice. Well, this looks like 3D, but it's just some rotation thing, right? Go to the logo. It's just an SVG. Then the apps module has some rotation, and that's it. 8-pointer events, animation. Okay, let's close this thing. And let's go here. So we have Solid, Svelte, React. I'm gonna look into Solid. Vue went down a little bit because we have this new guy in the block. Alpine is still underneath Vue in terms of satisfaction, and then these guys, I don't even want to look into them. Interest. Svelte at the top, Solid right here. Vue still higher than React. Usage, React at the top, of course. React, Angular, Vue, Svelte, and then these guys. As expected, awareness, React, Vue, Angular 100%, everyone knows them, of course. Svelte, almost everyone, and Solid is a very, very new guy in the block. Experience over time, React, would use again. People tend to like React. Eesh, that's too bad. Vue, the amount of people that would not use increased a little bit. But for React also, to be fair. Angular, everyone hates it. Then we have Preact, Ember, I don't care, Svelte, let's see. More people using that, lots of people interested. And then we have, wait, where is Solid? It's not here? Lead stimulus, I don't even know what it is. Technologies with only 1 year of data are not included. Ah, okay, that's why. Positive negative split. And let's say React-a-ton. Follow him. And this sounds like a hackathon of React, or what is this? React-a-thon. It's probably what it is. Nice logo. San Francisco Bay Area. Nice illustration. I like it. Oh, they have. Oh my. What the hell? What is this? Why do they look so kind of anime-ish? Oh my god, Wes here looks like from a show. It's a shoujo Wes. It's shoujo Wes boss. Oh, this is hilarious. He doesn't quite look like how he looks like here. He is Wes boss, sure. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Nice illustrations, man. Very nice illustrations. Mm, this is some kind of conference, apparently. All right. So here we're gonna see positive, negative. So the more over here is the more positive, obviously. React seems to be the more positive. And we have Svelte. And we have Vue. So with some would not use again and not interested. Would like to learn. Heard of it, would like to learn. Well, everybody knows React, so I mean React is pretty good. It's a safe bet right now. Solid. Which one is solid actually? This one? This one, right? Yeah. Heard of it, not interested. Would like to learn. People are not interested in Solid for some reason. I see lots of people heard of it. I never heard of Solid. Angular, the bottom, would not use again. Alpine, not interested. Yeah, so React and Vue are there. I mean, other tools: Elm, Stencil, Next, JS, Remix, Ionic, Marco, Astro, blah blah blah. Nuxt, SvelteKit, Lee Robinson. We've seen SvelteKit before. The director of DevRel at Vercel. How happy are you with the state of front-end frameworks? Happy, mostly. Very happy or neutral. And then we have some courses. Be productive with React. Learn Vue, an easy to pick up and powerful framework. These all front-end masters courses. And then we are going to the backend frameworks. We have Oh, it's WebKit with, okay, first of all, satisfaction. Let's look at the satisfaction. Express went down. We have Remix, Next. Wow, went down. Well, it didn't go down. It's just that we have these three guys new in the block. Fastify got better. Apparently, we have Astro that I've heard about. People seem to be interested on this. And then we have SvelteKit. And then here we have Express, Nest, 11 Next really went down in terms of satisfaction. What I gotta say about Next is that it's in a complicated position where the Vue framework has been updated to the version 3 and Next is still version 2, and it's taking a while for it to keep up to date with all the new changes. The ecosystem, it's taking a while. We have some very fancy new tools in the Vue ecosystem or in the front-end ecosystem in general. For example, Vite, and the version of Nux that really has a kind of wider ecosystem is not using Vite yet. Nux 3, which is already in public beta, is using something in behind the scenes to build as a build tool, which I think is called Nitro, and I think it's actually using Vite under the hood. So it's fast, but the ecosystem is lagging behind. It's not up to speed yet. So that's a big problem. And we have Strappy, Blitz, Redwood, Gatsby. Gatsby went down. Was a cool thing, went down. And we have Interest. SvelteKit, Remix, Astro, Next, Fastify, Express, Next, Nuxt, 11, okay, Usage. That's per straight line. Didn't change. Express and Next. And then Gatsby. And then Nuxt, actually. Wow. And then we have Awareness. So actually many people are using Nuxt, apparently. Next seems to be the king, and Express is like something else, of course. Then we have Awareness. Okay. Alright, so experience over time. Express. Very good. People would use it again. Some would not use. Next. It's been going pretty well, apparently. Nuxt remains kind of still. I would try to avoid Nuxt personally for the time being. Unless the ecosystem somehow keeps up, I'm thinking about going with Next because people seem to like React, and Next seemed to have gotten a very big and nice upgrade in recent months. We have Gatsby, Nest, Strappy, Fastify, which I don't honestly know. Okay, and we have Satisfaction, positive negative split. Express, pretty good. Next, doing great. Then we have SvelteKit, Remix, Fastify. Next, heard of it, not interested. A bit of a split with Next. Astro, Strappy. I'm talking about Next because I actually use Next. It's okay, but honestly, it gives me a bit of trouble. It's very slow to develop with Next right now. Next 2. I'm talking about Next 2, not Next 3. But developing with Next 2, the build time, it's a pain in the ass. Every time you make a change and you want to see the change, you have to rebuild your application for the for serving it, and it takes like sometimes 10 seconds, 20 seconds. It's horrible compared to Vite powered apps that rebuild instantly. Like you don't even have time to blink. That's such a tremendous improvement that it alone is a reason to consider one framework over the other. Development satisfaction, development speed. And I think Next is up to there right now. Well, and Next 3 is also, to be honest. So maybe it's just a matter of waiting a little bit. Then we have these tools, which Adonis, Meteor, Happy, Deno is here also. Deno is not a framework. It's a engine. Feathers, Node.js, Vite is here also. What? Okay, these people just added some tools randomly here. My peak, server-side rendering. The time has come to get our priorities straight. UX over DX. And it has always been like that. Performance for the win. Introducing zero bundle size React server components. Oh yeah, I heard about this for a while ago. I'm gonna read through this. I'm gonna read through this later. Let's see if we can get a very quick. Ooh. Apparently, we have to watch the video, which I don't want to do now. Read the request for. What is the C? Request for karmic justice. I don't know. Okay, that's quite a lot to read. Maybe I'll read through that outside this video. Oh, of course. I was wondering, Meta? Of course. React is from Facebook, man. The good thing is that they have lots of resources. And if they want to power up React and spend lots of energy in making it better, they can. How happy are you with the state of backend frameworks? Neutral, happy. So it's a bit less. This is a bit worse than front-end frameworks. Then testing. What's the satisfaction with testing tools? Which each testing tool actually. We have testing library, which honestly, what is this? Testing library is simple and complete testing utilities that encourage good testing practices. I'm gonna look into this because that seems important. But if we can get a gist, write maintainable tests, develop with confidence, I mean, sure. Problem. You want tests for your UI that avoid including implementation details and rather focus on making your tests give you the confidence for which they are intended. That's very generic. That doesn't tell me anything. Get started. Let's see what this library is not. Test runner. Specific to a testing framework. Well. Okay, I'll take a look at this later. Although I'm kind of curious to be honest, but hey, later. We have testing library vtest. Wow, it just went straight to the top. This is like new tools always get a bit of excitement, you know, the hype of the new guy in the block. So I'm not sure this actually means anything. Then we have Jest. I generally like Jest. It's very easy to use. Playwright, Cypress went down, but I don't know if it goes down just because we have these new guys, you know? Because otherwise it would be the same. Well, Playwright went up here. And we have Storybook. I didn't know Storybook was a testing framework, man. Puppeteer, Mocha, Ava, Jasmine. Doesn't care about these things. Wait, then we have Interest, Vitess, Jest, Storybook, Testing Library, Cypress, and then these other guys, whatever they are. Puppeteer is quite old, I think. 2019, really? Okay. Usage, Jest, of course. I mean, everybody uses Jest. Mocha also. Storybook, Cypress, Jasmine, and nobody almost uses the new guys, of course. Awareness, Jest, Mocha. Well, that's not too important. Experience over time. Jest would use again. Good. Mocha, not so much. Storybook, yeah, okay, pretty good. Cypress growing, okay. Jasmine, Puppeteer, testing. So if I had to choose a testing stack from here, I would choose Jest and Cypress probably. And I would maybe try to use a Storybook. And I would take a look at testing library to see what it does. And we have positive, negative split. Damn. Just all the way to the favorite, Cypress, Storybook, testing library. Yeah, as one would expect from what we have seen so far. And then we have other tools. Test Cafe, I've used Test Cafe. It's, how would I qualify Tescafe? It's not bad, but it's not the greatest thing also. It's a bit confusing sometimes, but it does the job. I'm okay. The documentation could be better though. And how happy are, wait, let's see. 2021 pick Lee Robinson. Great at shepherding and advocating for Next. He's El Patron with Next. Well, then let's follow him. Why not? Oh, I already following him. Yeah, I followed him before, a few minutes ago. And Ben is React guy. How happy are you? Neutral or happy? Alright. And then we have some course. Then let's look at the mobile and desktop, which is probably the worst in terms of how happy people are. If we look at here, neutral mostly. Yeah, people are not so happy with this. So here we had React native apps Cordova in their good old times, or well, bad, awful old times rather. And then now we have some new stuff, Tauri, probably most remarkably, which is build smaller, faster, more secure desktop applications with a web frontend. So if we get started with this, we probably have to download something. Yep. Then we do, well, we can install it with Node, I see. No, run, no, that's something different, right? Why is this? This step is required. This step is skippable. This step is purely informational. So we can use Rust apparently. Oh, the thing with this, I think it's using, we have to install Rust TC, Rust C, and Cargo, which is the package manager for Rust. So why? If it asks us to install Node, why do we need Rust? And then we have Windows. I want to actually see how this, you first Tauri app. Yarn create Tauri app. We go into the project folder, then we do yarn add. We add the CLI, and then we have a script which is Tauri. We can also use Cargo from Rust. And then this is gonna generate some files. Okay, well, it's a framework for creating desktop apps. Then we have Capacitor, Electron, React Native, Native Apps, Expo, Quasar, Ionic. In terms of interest, we have Tauri again first, then Electron, React Native. These are the main guys to make apps. Expo is something like, it's using React under the hood, but it's easier to get started, I think. And then we have usage. Most people use Electron and React Native, of course. And almost nobody's using Tauri. Then in terms of awareness, well, everybody knows React Native and Electron. Of course, I mean, this awareness doesn't really tell much. Then we have that people get happier with Electron, but not a lot. Like, it seems to be kind of stalling. And we have React Native, people seem to like it less and less. And everybody hates Cordova. People don't like Ionic so much. People don't use this thing, whatever it is. Expo is like, meh, okay. Nothing here is really great, apparently. Maybe people are just using Flutter, you know? Oh my God. My flatmates like to shout so much. Then we have positive and negative split. Electron seems to be the guy to go, seconded by React Native, but not a lot of distance. Then we have Dowry, which seems to be an interesting thing. And the rest, meh. The rest are just meh. Expo, what about Expo? Expo is kind of comparable to React Native, probably. Then we have other tools, native scripts, Svelte Native, progressive web apps, Neutralino, Node GUI, and that's the number of votes, like negligible. Supabase, I've heard about this. Supabase is making Postgres accessible to more developers and showing everyone how a small focused team can outship peers 10 times their size. Actually, want to take a look at Tauri. Then we have the open source Firebase Alternative. A Firebase Alternative, that's very interesting. Create a backend in less than 2 minutes. Start your project with a Postgres database, authentication, instant API, real-time subscription, and some storage. That's a very interesting tool. I'm gonna take a look at this. If it's like Firebase, but maybe easier, that's very interesting. Hobby projects, experiments, they have a free tier. Perfect. I prefer to pay for usage, honestly. I'm not sure about this, but hey. And who is Shawn Wang? That's a cool that's a cool image. Dang, that's amazing. What is this even? That's amazing. And he is into DX. What is DX? Let's take a look at his website. I like this thing. I love this gradient, the third age of JavaScript. Let's take a look at this. Wow, what is this? I've seen this before, I think. What the hell? Of course. Of course he had to make this thing. Edits from the future. This guy looks like fun. The death of JavaScript. How dramatic. This is like, I don't even know. Okay, let's go back to the state of JavaScript. Satisfaction, not so much as we have seen before. And then build tools. Satisfaction, satisfaction in regards of build tools. I think this Twitter handle is new. Yep, Miguel Angel Duran. Oh, he is in Twitch. And he has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna subscribe, why not? And I'm gonna, does he have a website? He's in from Barcelona, like me. Let's see, website. Where is your website, man? He's a Twitch partner. He streamed 2 days ago. And he even has this countdown. That's nice. I'm gonna follow him on Twitch. Why not? I can subscribe. What is this? He buys a computer? Okay. What the hell? Alright, so I like what he's doing, man. Okay, So we are looking at the build tools. In terms of satisfaction, Vite, ESBuild, SWC, I've heard about this, I'm not sure what it is. TSC, CLI, Rollup, Parcel, Webpack, Snow. This, I think, would say the state of build tools is pretty good now. Vite is the new cool thing, which is builds super ultra lightning fast, like unbelievably fast. Interest, Vite, first, usage, Webpack, I mean, obviously, and then this guy, TSC CLI. Definitely want to take a deeper look into this thing. Then, of course, Vite. And awareness. Well, usage, not much. Vite, awareness, here the same. Alright, so let's take a look. Webpack. Yeah, people begin to hate Webpack. It's a bit complicated. Configuring Webpack is like, don't know what the hell I am doing. Parcel, people is like, meh, stalling. Gulp, go away. Rollup, increasing satisfaction, okay. Browse verify, people seem to dislike it. Test, TCSCLI, people seem to love it. Maybe because people just love TypeScript. Rome, no, apparently. Didn't make it, Rome. Snowpack, it's like, eh. Where is Vite? Oh, it's because it has only 1 year old. That's why it doesn't show up. This is increasing also. So there are some clear winners here. TSC, ESBuild, probably Vite eventually. So here we are, TSC, Vite, ESBuild. This is like the, wow, we love them. Webpack is like, eh, yeah, we kind of married to Webpack, so we have to kind of like it. We have to be kind to Webpack, right? But yeah, these are the 3 MVPs apparently. But TSC higher, well, because of the usage, right? Everybody's using this. Should adopt it. Other tools, Meteor, Grunt, Babel, Deno, ESBuild. And then we have Pavel Kozlowski is the kind of developer who can be open-minded. Let's see. Just follow him straight out. And where is your website, man? Angular team member. Let's see. Then happiness. People are quite happy. Then monorepo tools. Tools used to manage JavaScript monorepos. And the monorepo is one project, multiple repos. Or one repo, multiple projects. I mean, no, the most accurate way to say it would be one project, inside that project, multiple repos. Like multiple self-deployed or separately deployable repos, which live in their own separate repository. And here we have, well, this seems to be the first year that this is done, so there are just no timelines here. PNPM, wow. Turbo repo, all right. Well, I've heard about this. It's like a simpler version of Lerna. If you go to take a look at Turbo repo is a high-performance build system for JavaScript and TypeScript code bases. And do they even mention Lerna here? Using Lerna, yeah, they mention Lerna. Holy wow, I just rewrote my entire Lerna mono repo to use Turbo repo and SWC. And it took me like maybe 20 minutes. This is insane. PNPM, everybody knows it, I think. NX, I don't know what it is. NPM Workspace, Yarn, Yalk, Learner Rush, Interest, Turbo Repo, NX PNPM. And we have usage Lerna, it's the most used. It's the most used usually is something that people are a bit burnt out with and don't like it so much. So maybe that's not worse, it's just that people are using that and they are tired of the problems they have with this. Awareness, yarn workspaces. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm in a rush. I don't know so much about monorepos. I don't use them myself. This seems to be the winners. npm workspaces pnpm. Other tools, nx. Don't care about this. Paul Henschel. Paul's work on animations and React 3. Oh yeah, animations. Oops. Animations. Give me animations. Look at this. Bananas. Oh, he's making a banana in Blender, right? Wait. This is... Is this Blender? I don't think this is Blender. Well, it may be Blender. It looks a bit like Blender. The window. Oh, that's so cool. Definitely want to check his website. Wait. This website is, there you go, Gumroad. Build fancy landing pages with React. Wait. Is it free? Oh, it's more than 15 Czech francs, which is like $0 or what? Czech to euro. 14. Ah, it's wait, what? It's almost 1 to the euro. Ah, it's Swiss franc. It's Swiss franc. I thought it would be Czech, like from Czech Republic. They use crowns in there. Bananas. How happy are you with the state of monorepo? Neutral. Other tools, we have libraries, Axios, Lodash, Moment. Wow, what is Moment? What the hell, man? Why are people using Moment? Clearly if I click here, I go to the, okay. Here, let's see, actually. Docs. Moment has been successfully used and we are happy to have blah, blah, blah. Moment gets about 12 million downloads. Moment was built for the previous era of JavaScript ecosystem. The modern web looks much different these days. Modern has evolved somewhat over the years. It has essentially the same design as it did when it was created in 2011. Given how many projects depend, we choose to prioritize the stability of our new features. Sure. Moment doesn't work well with modern tree shaking. Then there are Intel objects, Luxon, and lighter libraries. We would like to discourage Moment from being used in new projects going forward. Instead, we would like to recommend alternatives that are excellent choices for using modern applications today. We also would like to promote the temporal addition to the, what is this, man? Temporal, better dates and times in the JavaScript language. Wait. This is the TS. Let's go to here. Const t equal new temporal. Give me the temporal better dates. What is this? Temporal mdn. New temporal. Console log t. Let's see what the hell it does. Node index mjs. It does nothing because it doesn't exist. Temporal. Temporal now. What is this even? Data has been a long-standing pain point in ECMAScript. Yeah, I agree. This is a proposal for temporal, a global object that acts as a top-level namespace that brings a modern datetime API to the ECMAScript language, ECMAScript being JavaScript. For a detailed look at some of the problems with date, sure, temporal fixes, providing easy-to-use API for date and time computations, first-class support for all time zones, dealing only with objects presenting fixed dates and times, parsing a strictly specified string format supporting non-Gregorian calendars. Then we have temporal now instance, get the exact time since Unix epoch. Time zone, that's great because the date API kind of sucks a little bit. It's weird. Okay, we're going down a rabbit hole here a little bit. Gonna take a break and then I'll continue right here in libraries.